I'm ready to welcome the most exciting thing ever right now. I'm ready to welcome edible arrangements to our kitchen, the perfect gift, whether it's a thank you, an apology, a funeral, a wedding, a baby shower, or just because you're like me and you want to hang out with somebody who can give you fruit and chocolate. Fruit and chocolate. Welcome to Judy Dominguez with Edible Arrangements. I was like, oh my gosh, she's in the kitchen with chocolate and fruit. I love it. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much. I love being with you. You're so enthusiastic, and that's fantastic.
You've got sugar for me, right?
Well, not too much sugar.
No, we'll keep the sugar down to a minimum. But the good thing is, you know, as we get into January, we've been talking all week, we want to make healthy resolutions. We really want to stay healthy for the new year, but we also want to enjoy ourselves a little bit.
Sure.
And you can offer some solutions by giving us not only something pretty and tasty, but something healthy too. So let's talk a little bit about it.
Absolutely. Fruit has a number of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, and it's chock full of these things. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the individual fruits that we serve at Edible Arrangements.
Perfect.
But one of the nice things about it too is that you can serve this as dessert after you've made a gourmet meal.
Yes,
and you've spent a lot of time in the kitchen.
Yes.
Gone through all that preparation, and here's something that can serve as a centerpiece and also as your dessert.
This is beautiful.
It can double up for a number of reasons in your dining experience.
Now, that's just a decoration.
This is a container that we use, and it's often used for a happy birthday, or if you want to substitute fruit for a cake. Then this is a birthday cake container or a cake container.
I love
it. I'm presenting it here on this, pedestal cake. Pedestal.
Cake pedestal.
Yes.
I love it. Well, and I think what's so cool is that, like you said, I mean, it's kind of a multi-purpose situation because not only can you eat this, but you do have the centerpiece. So you're saving money in a sense, because that's a big issue when people are entertaining is how do I cut corners with the cost?
And
so,
time.
Absolutely the time. So if you can have something that gives you that beautiful decor, gives you the flair that you're looking for, and then at the end of the day you say, I'm eating this thing. That's the best
part. Sometimes you have to remind people, so we often suggest to the host or the hostess that you put a fork into the fruit as you're getting ready to serve it, because some people think, well, I think it's the centerpiece, so probably I shouldn't eat it.
Right.
But definitely they want you to eat it.
Very good point. Well, let's also talk a little bit about the fact that you have to prepare this fruit. I mean, there's all different shapes and sizes, and so I want to understand a little bit, how do you go about doing this when you're doing these edible arrangements? How do you prepare the fruit?
Well, first of all, we're always looking for premium fruits. So we look to suppliers who are going to make sure that we have the top-of-the-line fruit. It has to look good and it has to taste good. Absolutely. And then, of course, we wash the fruit before we bring it to the cutting table, and we have a number of different machines that help us with cutting all these different shapes.
So cool.
Then we prepare it, put it on skewers, and then begin to build the arrangement according to the design.
It's kind of arts and crafts with fruit.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, flower bouquets with fruit.
Well, and because it's so fresh, this is something I wanted to ask you, Judy, because it's so fresh, how far in advance do people have to pick it up? How far in advance do they have to order it? What's the general protocol on something like that?
Well, we cut the fruit fresh every single day. So when you're getting it, it's been cut that day.
Okay, good.
And if you wanted to serve it the next day, then that's perfectly fine. It's kind of like, when you cut up a cantaloupe or a pineapple at home and you put it into serving pieces, you can put it into a container and then save it in the refrigerator for a couple of days.
Easy.
So it'll definitely be, but what we find, especially with the chocolate arrangements, is that as soon as you take the wrapper off of it, the chocolate starts to disappear, and then the rest of the fruit goes with it.
Exactly. So and I want to touch on chocolate, because we're talking about, like, as we started the segment with, New Year's resolutions and trying to be healthy, and of course there's a lot of advantages to all the fruits, and we can talk about those, but there are also advantages to chocolate.
Yes, and chocolate isn't so bad, actually, especially there's semi-sweet and the dark chocolates have things called phenols, which are powerful antioxidants, which serve to protect your cells. And so they're also, anti-cancer type chemicals, and your body can only get them from food. So, or nutrients.
I didn't even know that.
You take, and there's also, it helps with protecting your heart cells and so forth, and there's a little bit of caffeine in there.
Okay, we all need a little bit of that.
There's also something called PEA, which is a very long chemical term. However, it's something that causes us to feel the emotion love.
Oh.
Hence, we see a lot of chocolate around Valentine's
I was
Day.
just going to say, so Valentine, and this is probably one of the best. I would imagine you're busy for Valentine's Day.
Yes, we do hear from many, many, many people around Valentine's Day.
So
and we come up
chocolate
with
is
these designs that have hearts in them and lots of dipped chocolate. And we have this very special
that's my favorite.
It's relatively new. So we call this
oh my gosh.
berry chocolate roses. The strawberries have been dipped in, as you can see in here, in semi-sweet chocolate and white chocolate. And then we put them on long stems.
Oh, I love this.
So they look like long stem roses.
That is an amazing idea. So it's, and truthfully, as far as I'm concerned, as much as I do like flowers, this is way better because you're still getting the bouquet, so to speak, but at the end, you get to eat it. I mean, this is great. They should do this. Will you accept this rose? I love it. These look so good. Now, how long will these last?
The dipped chocolate, when we put chocolate on the fruit, and we put chocolate on bananas, we put chocolate on strawberries and oranges and apples, as well as the pineapple, then you're looking at about 2 days.
Okay.
But it's very, very difficult to hang on to
Do
it.
you put it in the refrigerator usually?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a good idea to refrigerate it when you're not serving it. Yeah.
I'm still stuck on the fact that chocolate helps with love.
Yes, of course it does.
I think that's great. But a lot of these fruits also have a lot of vitamins, and I think that's something we also should just touch on briefly because, you know, a lot of people there's so many diets right now. People are saying, well, I don't want to eat too much fruit because there's too much sugar. And so let's try to find some positives with the fruit because I know there are a lot of them.
Well, and you're supposed to get X number of fruits and vegetables every single day if you're going to, you know, gear yourself toward a healthy kind of body.
Exactly, absolutely.
And there's a packed amount of vitamins and minerals in the fruits that you're looking at here.
Okay.
All fruits have a lot of vitamins and minerals. Hence, your doctor tells you lots of fruits and vegetables.
Yes.
But did you also know that fruit is about 80% water? So
80%? Really?
Yes. So that's the only plant or something that we eat, produce, on the planet that has that much water content.
And we're always told, yes, drink your water.
8 glasses of water, 8 glasses of water. So you're not getting that many glasses of water. Think about adding fruit to your diet.
So you can really get your water in your fruit. And of course, you can see where to go locally for edible arrangements right on the bottom of our screen. And I certainly imagine you're going to start to get very busy with Valentine's Day coming.
Sure.
It's so much fun. Can we dip something in chocolate?
Absolutely. This is some of our gourmet dipping sauce. And it comes in a jar like this.
Okay.
And about 40 seconds in the microwave on high. We have a sugar-free version.
Okay.
And we also have the classic.
Ooh, good. Okay. So maybe when we go to commercial, you and I will do some dipping. I like it. I like it.
Let's sure you don't want to dip now?
Well, can we dip now? What do you think? Can we dip now? We can?
No dipping
All right,
now.
we'll come back. We'll come back and have some.
Pay attention.
Okay, let's dip on the commercial break.
Okay.
Okay.